Car shopping these days can feel like walking through a candy store, until you realize half the sweets are stale, overpriced, or just plain disappointing. And while automakers love to brag about luxury, performance, and next-gen tech, some of these rides miss the mark so hard they should come with a warning label. From SUVs that feel decades behind the times to trucks that talk tough but can't deliver, these cars prove that flashy badges and big promises don't guarantee quality. Here's a closer look at some of the most overhyped, underperforming, deteriorated, and often disappointing vehicles on the road today, and why many drivers ultimately pass them by. Number 1. Buick Encore. The Buick Encore launched with high hopes. A compact, city-friendly SUV that promised premium comfort in a small package. Unfortunately, that promise never fully materialized, and consumers noticed. One of the biggest reasons the Encore struggled to gain traction was its underwhelming performance. The 1.4-liter turbocharged engine often felt sluggish, especially when merging or climbing hills, leaving drivers unimpressed. Inside, the cabin was quiet and well-built, but many buyers complained about the cramped rear seats and outdated infotainment system that lagged behind competitors. Another major reason for its lukewarm reception was pricing. With a price tag close to better-equipped rivals like the Mazda CX-30 or Hyundai Kona, buyers didn't see enough value to justify the premium. Consumer reviews often described it as comfortable but forgettable, and resale values reflected that sentiment. In short, the Encore wasn't a bad vehicle. It was simply uninspiring. And in a crowded crossover market where personality, performance, and tech sell cars, just okay wasn't enough to win over buyers. Number 2. Jaguar F-Pace. When Jaguar launched the F-Pace, expectations were sky high. It had the looks, the badge prestige, and the promise of blending sporty handling with luxury comfort. But while it made a striking first impression, ownership experiences often told a different story. One of the key reasons behind its disappointing sales and mixed reputation was reliability, or rather, the lack of it. Many owners reported recurring electrical issues, software bugs, and infotainment system crashes, leading to frustration and costly repairs. Additionally, for a luxury SUV, the interior didn't always feel luxurious. Consumer reviews frequently mentioned that cabin materials felt cheaper than German rivals, and rear seat comfort was lacking. Ride quality also left something to be desired. Sporty, yes, but harsher than many buyers expected from a premium vehicle. Combine those concerns with steep pricing and high depreciation, and the F-Pace began losing ground to more polished competitors like the BMW X5 or Audi Q5. Ultimately, while the F-Pace looked every bit the part, many drivers felt it didn't deliver the long-term quality and refinement that luxury buyers demand. Number 3. Rivian R1T. The Rivian R1T debuted to massive hype as one of the first fully electric pickup trucks, combining adventurous design, off-road capability, and futuristic tech. And while it's undeniably innovative, the real-world reception has been more mixed. One of the biggest pain points for buyers is range performance. While Rivian advertises impressive numbers, owners often report significant drops when towing, hauling, or even driving in cold weather. Charging infrastructure, especially for non-Tesla vehicles, remains patchy, limiting its usefulness on long trips. Then there's the software experience. Early owners frequently mention bugs, slow updates, and occasional glitches in driver assist systems. Build quality has also been inconsistent, with reports of panel gaps, squeaks, and premature wear. Most importantly, its steep price, often exceeding $90,000, leaves many buyers questioning its value compared to established trucks like the Ford F-150 or Ram 1500, which still outperform it for heavy-duty work. Consumers love the R1T's creativity and mission, but many see it as a premium lifestyle product rather than a true workhorse pickup. Number 4. Chevrolet Blazer. When Chevrolet revived the Blazer name, fans expected a rugged, off-road capable SUV with the spirit of the classic model. Instead, they got a mid-size crossover aimed squarely at style-conscious suburban buyers. And that disconnect hurt its reputation from the start. One major criticism from consumers is that the Blazer trades substance for design. While its exterior looks sporty, performance and capability fall short. Engine options are adequate but unexciting, and off-road potential is minimal, disappointing those who hoped for a more adventurous vehicle. The interior, meanwhile, hasn't helped its case. Many reviewers call it underwhelming for the price, with cheaper plastics, a lack of premium feel, and tech features that lag behind competitors. Add in mediocre towing capacity and fuel economy, that's nothing to brag about. And the value proposition becomes questionable. While some buyers appreciate its comfortable ride and sharp styling, many felt Chevrolet squandered a golden opportunity. The result is a crossover that sells modestly, but rarely excites, and leaves enthusiasts nostalgic for the Blazer's original identity. Number 5. Dodge Durango. The Dodge Durango once stood out as a bold V8-powered alternative in the midsize SUV segment, offering muscle car character and a family-friendly body. But over the years, competitors have evolved, and the Durango hasn't kept up. One of the biggest reasons for its sluggish sales today is outdated design and technology. The current model's platform and interior are largely unchanged from the early 2010s, and it shows. Buyers often cite dated dashboard layouts, mediocre infotainment systems, and limited driver assist features compared to rivals from Kia, Hyundai, or Ford. Fuel efficiency is another sticking point. The V8 might sound exciting, but with gas prices rising, many consumers are turning to more efficient turbocharged or hybrid alternatives. Ride quality is also more truck-like than refined, making it less appealing as a daily family hauler. Consumer reviews often describe the Durango as powerful but old-fashioned, with resale values reflecting that sentiment. In short, it's still loved by enthusiasts, but mainstream buyers are passing it by for more modern, versatile SUVs. Number 6. Lincoln Aviator. The Lincoln Aviator arrived with plenty of promise, bold styling, advanced tech, and the prestige of a luxury nameplate. But while it initially turned heads, ownership experiences often tell a more complicated story. Reliability has been a recurring issue. Many drivers report electrical problems, infotainment glitches, and malfunctioning driver assist features, which can make the ownership experience stressful. For a vehicle positioned as a premium choice, those problems quickly erode buyer confidence. Ride quality is another common complaint. While smooth on highways, the suspension can feel unsettled on uneven roads, and the plug-in hybrid variant has faced criticism for clunky transitions between electric and gas power. Fuel economy is also lower than many luxury rivals, further dampening appeal. Consumer reactions have been mixed. Some praise the spacious interior and strong performance, while others feel the Aviator doesn't justify its steep price tag. Ultimately, it's a vehicle that almost nails the luxury formula, but struggles to deliver the refinement, reliability, and polish buyers expect in this segment. Number 7. Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier has long been known as a reliable workhorse, but in today's competitive mid-size truck market, that reputation isn't enough to keep it relevant. One of the main reasons it struggles is lack of meaningful innovation. For nearly 2 decades, Nissan barely updated the Frontier's platform, leaving it feeling outdated even when new models debuted. Consumers consistently note the interior's basic utilitarian design and infotainment systems that lag far behind tech-packed rivals like the Toyota Tacoma or Ford Ranger. Performance is another mixed bag. While the V6 engine provides adequate power for daily driving, towing and payload capacities fall short of competitors, a significant drawback for buyers needing real work capability. Ride quality is also less refined, with many owners describing it as harsh or truckish compared to newer rivals. As a result, the Frontier often appeals only to loyalists seeking simplicity and affordability. But for shoppers expecting modern features, comfort, and capability, it feels like a truck stuck in the past, more nostalgic than practical. Number 8. Ford Bronco. The Ford Bronco's highly anticipated return in 2021 had enthusiasts buzzing. It promised rugged capability, modern tech, and classic styling. And while it delivers impressive off-road performance, the ownership experience has been far less perfect. A major issue has been reliability. Numerous reports of roof leaks, rattling interiors, malfunctioning electronics, and repeated recalls have dented consumer confidence. Some owners have even described their early experiences as frustrating or unfinished, suggesting Ford rushed production to meet demand. On-road performance has also drawn criticism. While the Bronco excels on trails, its ride quality is rough, cabin noise is high, and fuel economy is poor compared to rivals. Add to that a premium price tag, often pushing past $60,000 for well-equipped trims, and buyers have started questioning the value proposition. Consumer reactions are divided. Off-roaders love it, but many everyday drivers find it impractical for daily use. Ultimately, the Bronco is a brilliant toy for adventurers, but it hasn't quite lived up to the mainstream hype it generated. Number 9. Volvo XC60. The Volvo XC60 has long been praised for its safety, comfort, and Scandinavian elegance, and those strengths remain its biggest selling points. However, they're also part of the reason it struggles to stand out in the fiercely competitive luxury SUV market. One of the most common criticisms from owners and reviewers is its lack of driving excitement. The handling is competent but uninspiring, and acceleration lags behind German rivals like the BMW X3 or Audi Q5. For many shoppers, that premium feel behind the wheel simply isn't there. Another sticking point is technology and value. While the minimalist infotainment system looks sleek, users often report it as slow, buggy, and unintuitive. Combine that with a price tag that often exceeds better performing competitors, and buyers start questioning its value proposition. Consumer feedback frequently labels the XC60 as comfortable but forgettable. A solid daily driver but not a vehicle that stirs emotion. Ultimately, it appeals most to those prioritizing safety and refinement over excitement. But that narrow focus limits its mass market appeal. Number 10. Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is a true icon, a symbol of adventure and off-road capability that few vehicles can match. But while it excels in the wilderness, everyday life is a different story. Many buyers discover that its rugged design comes with major trade-offs. A stiff, noisy ride, vague steering, and handling that feels outdated on paved roads. Fuel economy is also among the worst in its class, with some owners reporting real-world mileage in the mid-teens, a deal-breaker for daily commuting. Then there's the matter of reliability and comfort. Consumer surveys often rank the Wrangler below average due to issues like leaking roofs, electrical problems, and premature wear on suspension components. Inside, the cabin remains cramped, and despite modern updates, it still feels less refined than competitors in the same price bracket. Many buyers love the Wrangler's personality and trail-conquering prowess, but a significant number regret choosing it as a primary family vehicle. In short, it's unbeatable off-road, but often impractical in the everyday world most people live in. Number 11. Polestar 2. The Polestar 2 arrived with bold ambitions, a Scandinavian-designed electric sedan meant to challenge the likes of the Tesla Model 3 and other premium EVs. And on paper, it had all the right ingredients: minimalist styling, advanced Google-powered infotainment, and strong performance numbers. But in real-world ownership, several factors have held it back from mainstream success. One of the most significant is range anxiety. While competitive on paper, many owners report real-world range that falls short of expectations, particularly in colder climates or on highways. Charging speeds, too, often lag behind rivals, making long-distance travel less convenient. Consumer feedback also points to software bugs and glitches, with some drivers experiencing infotainment crashes or delayed updates. The interior, while beautifully designed, sacrifices practicality with limited rear space and small cargo capacity. Combine this with steep depreciation and a price that rivals more established EV brands, and the Polestar 2 struggles to justify itself. Most buyers appreciate its style and refinement, but many feel it's a great first attempt, not yet the category leader it hoped to be.